And to the ones on Facebook, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna get this YouTube up. Still ain't started. It's going. Okay. It's going. All praises and honor to the Most High God, Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In the name of Hamashiach Yahweh, we are the Battle Axes coming to you with a first day breakdown. Y'all just gonna let me wear my diadem upside down. Come on, man. These gonna be my brothers, man. But anyway, I want to thank y'all. Seriously. The name of today's class is You Can't Change the Devil. You can only come back to Yah's laws. We got our people out here marching, trying to change the environment that's going on around us, but this is the same environment we've been dealing with since they came over here. Right. So we just gonna march our way out of it, even though we've been marching for years and nothing has changed. Nothing. So that means that that's not working now. We want to change the devil. But you know what ain't changed? It's the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They want to say the same, or they want to keep dealing with the American values and system. But that's not going to work, man. You're never going to change the devil. The devil is commanded by Satan, who's under orders of the Most High God. It is already written on what's going to happen here, man. He has his orders on what he has to do. And we have our orders on what we have to do. We have to come back to God's laws, statutes, and commandments. And as long as we don't do that, we're going to keep going through the atrocities that we've been going through. Because those are the curses that's on the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So let's get Isaiah 46 and 10. Book of Isaiah chapter 46 and 10. Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46. Chapter 46. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
So the Most High said, declaring the end from the beginning. He has already declared the things that's going to happen on this earth. He declared the end from the beginning. So what's already written, you cannot change. So you trying to change people, vessels who already have their orders, it's not going to happen. That's right. And it says, from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. The Most High is doing his pleasure. He ain't doing your pleasure. He's doing his pleasure. And that's what we have to remember and keep in mind. This is the Most High's show. Right. We just vessels. Lucky to be alive. So you can do what he told us to do, or you can suffer the consequences. Because our forefathers and foremothers made a covenant with the Most High God. And that's to get the blessings or the curses. And we're going through the curses, man. But who they want to march to? They want to march in front of the police. Those are the same people that's killing us. They want to march to Edomites. Those are the same people that's killing us. Where do you think they're getting their orders from? If you think they're not getting orders that it's okay to kill a black person, why they keep doing it? They know they're going to get administrative leave. Even if they get found guilty, they're going to make money off of PayPal, GoFundMe, because the people going to donate to their legal funds. Yeah. They're going to end up being rich for killing a black person.
And it doesn't look like it's getting better. It looks like it's getting worse.
It's getting worse. So they think that they can stop what the Most High has laid out, man. You can't stop what the Most High has laid out. Read on up.
Verse 11. Calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executed my counsel from a far country. I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have proposed I proposed it, I will also do it.
So the Most High said, calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man that executeth my counsel from a far country. These people is executing the Most High's counsel. Because we have to keep in mind that the only reason this is happening to us is because we keep going against the Most High God.
That's right.
If we didn't go against the Most High God, He would not allow these things to happen to us. And He said, yea, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass. So if the Most High spoke it, if He said it in prophecy, He's going to bring it to pass, man. That's how we understand that the way that our people is trying to go about fighting this system is not going to work. Because you're not fighting the system, you're fighting against the Most High, who put the powers to be in a play. And say, read on now.
Verse 12. Hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted that are far from righteousness. 13. I bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. And I will place salvation in Zion for Israel my glory.
So he say, hearken unto me, ye stout-hearted that are far from righteousness. Our people is far from righteousness. That's why they walking with the enemy, trying to get the enemy to change. That's why they accepted homosexuals and women running the show and things of that nature, because they are stout-hearted. Because whatever the Most High has said, they feel like that's so wrong. Oh, that's mean. You say homosexuality is abomination. Oh, you can't say that, that's mean. Only reason you think that is because you listen to the devil that told you that it's okay.
That's right.
So how can we go marching with people that think that it's wrong and think that homosexuality is abomination, when that's we lining up with the Most High God? It is an abomination. No matter how they feel or what they think, it's an abomination. The Most High, we wouldn't have no people on the earth if it was Adam and Steve instead of Adam and Eve. So how is they thinking? We would not have not one person on this earth if we went by their philosophies. That's how foolish they are, man. And now just because it's people here, oh, it's okay to be a homosexual. That is the philosophies of the devil. And he said, and I bring near my righteousness, and it shall not tarry far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. And I will bring place, Slaki, and I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. See, that's the part they don't understand. Salvation is for the Israelites. They out here want to save everybody. Well, those people not going to be saved. You need to be trying to save yourself.
That's right.
They too busy trying to change them and not changing themselves. Because since you took on the philosophies of this country, they don't think that nothing that they're doing is wrong against God. We tell a sister you ain't supposed to be wearing pants. What this country say? It's like this country versus the Most High. The Most High say you ain't supposed to be wearing pants. Well, I can wear pants. They sell it in a store. They sell it like that. Sell it in the store like that so that you can go against God. You can't eat pork. Well, they sell it in the store. They sell it in the store so you can go against God. That's how idiotic our people are.
It's kind of like what you were saying last night. You and Girlball was saying last night when y'all was talking to that dude. You know what I'm saying? I caught y'all, and the part that got me is when y'all had to get him set up real good, and he said, "So do you eat pork?" Yeah, I eat pork. You know, this is how this country has transformed the Most High's people to be, instead of being the heroes that we're supposed to be, they have made us zeros.
That's right.
All praise.
But this doesn't fit their way of life, so they're not going to go by the law, statutes, and commandments because this doesn't fit them.
It don't fit them.
Well, this was a brother, if I'm not mistaken. This was Judah, and he out there preaching his mind off.
He had a zeal of God.
Yeah, he had a zeal,
but not according to
righteousness. Not according to knowledge.
And that's what we was trying to show him. And that was a perfect example. Resisting the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Brother, you say you love God. But when you read the word and you know the words, that's a killer. He knew the words.
I'd say, I know the Holy Ghost.
Esau doing it.
Praises, man.
Like, man.
I thought I knew was getting ready to jump on it when he went there, boy. I ain't kidding, boy. That was something else, man.
Our people do not want to keep God's laws.
They
man.
do not.
They want to play. This brother took the time out of his life to come to downtown, get the corner with a microphone to preach the wrong message. We like, brother, if you finna do all of this, you might as well do it the right way.
Yeah.
Why do it the wrong way, brother? You out here doing it, do it the right way. Teach the people the right thing.
Then he thinking y'all wasn't showing love to him, but they was showing the
That
grace
was
of
love.
love to him. You know what I'm saying? And he was just, why y'all doing me this way?
He said, why you picking on me?
Yeah, why you picking on me?
But we explained it.
Yeah.
Brother, we trying to get you to teach. If you're going to teach the right way.
Right.
The right way. Don't lie. Don't lie. Let's get that Romans.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, starting with verse 13.
Yes, sir.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved,
What did the Bible say?
Jacob have I loved,
Uh-huh.
but Esau have I hated.
Now, this has been said since the beginning, man. The Most High hates Esau. Esau is the so-called white man. You cannot change this man. He already has a destiny. He's fulfilling his destiny. And we're going to see that in the scriptures.
Right.
You can't change the destiny, just like we got a destiny. It's destined for the Israelites to get the kingdom back.
Right.
You can't change that. All we trying to do is get our place in the kingdom. That's all it's gonna happen. Where you gonna be at in that thing? As far as the devil, he got his destiny. The lake of fire. So you can't change that, man. Let's read on. So God said, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Now this is what a lot of people want to come and ask and questioning God.
Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
Is there unrighteousness with the Most High God because he loves Jacob and hates Esau?
God forbid.
What did the Bible say?
God forbid.
Uh-huh.
In layman's terms, hell no.
That's right, because the Most High is the author of this show. And his show ain't the author of confusion. He's the author of setting this thing how he wanted to go. It's just like if you making a song, you gonna make the song how you want it to be. You don't care about what the notes think, what the instruments think, what the singers say. This is my song. You need to do it like this and this and this. And if somebody try to go against that, you gonna get rid of it.
Right.
Same thing with the Most High. He's the creator. Just put your mind in a creator's mind. If you ever created something.
Well, it's just like the satanic McDonald's. If you buy into McDonald's, I don't care if you buy your own building, but you buy into that franchise. All your French fries when you walk through that door is gonna be to the left. Okay? Everything that every McDonald's is set up all the same way when you walk into them. That's part of buying into that franchise. You can't do it no other way. You got to cook the burgers they say cook. You got to cook. You got to get the same meat. You can't go out and buy no. What's that place?
Wingstop.
No, not Wingstop. The other place out there.
Wingfield.
Wingfield beef. You
Yeah.
can't go buy them big old
No.
softballs. You're gonna use McDonald's frozen patties. I don't care what you say.
You're not gonna come in McDonald's and say, well, I don't like the shakes. Let's use the shakes from Dairy Queen.
Exactly.
They're gonna be like, oh, you got to go. That's it. We already got this program
So
set
I
up.
paid all this money for this place, and
That's what the Most High said.
Yeah.
Let's read. Let's read. You
for
can't.
he,
Verse 14, 15.
15. For he said unto Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
The Lord said he'll have mercy on who he have mercy on, and compassion on who we want to have compassion on. That's just what it is, man. We don't get to make that decision. Read on.
So then, it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy.
So it ain't of him that willeth or him that runneth. It ain't up to us. It's up to the Most High God to show mercy. So if that's what the Most High God say he gonna do with them people, that's what he gonna do. If he said he gonna put us in captivity, he put us in captivity.
He did
So
that.
how I'm gonna argue about how he gonna do the other nations? We is getting our punishment,
Right.
but our people can't accept that. They so busy worried about the other people punishment. I'm not worried about their punishment. I'm worried about getting out this punishment right here that we in. So how can I worry about them? We get people killed by the police, getting people killed by white citizens all day long, and they act like they geared up ready to kill us at any moment. But we finna worry about marching with them? No, I don't know if that's a poisonous snake or not. And the Lord told me to never trust my enemies, man. Read on up.
Verse 17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
See, this is what the people don't understand. This ain't about us. This is about the Most High. The Most High raised up Pharaoh. He said, for this same purpose, I raised you up. Pharaoh of Egypt, one of the mightiest countries ever. So that he can bring them down, so that he can show his power to the whole earth. That's the same thing he's doing here in America. He raising us up. It ain't that they such a great nation. It's that he elevated them above the other nations, so when the other nations see this nation fall, they're going to be like, it had to be the Most High God to bring America down. It had to be the Most High God that brought Egypt down. And is that Egypt that they knew of back then the same Egypt today?
But I thought he loved everybody.
If he loved everybody, why he destroy the whole earth with a flood? If he loved everybody, why he destroy Sodom and Gomorrah?
Right.
If he loved everybody, why did he take down Egypt?
That's my point.
Come on, man. Our people got Stockholm syndrome.
They are terrible.
And they need to come up out of that thing, man. You cannot change the devil. We have to change ourselves.
Right.
Let's go. Let's read.
Verse 18. Therefore had he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth. Thou wilt.
Hold on. Whom he will he harden. He the one made this man like this.
Exactly.
Did we forget that? The Most High created everybody. They want to say we all God's children. Well, the Most High created a badass child right there on purpose. We hard-headed. He created us too. So, we just need to understand that and pinpoint that. Same way he repeated over and over and over. We are hard-headed, stiff-necked people. Then he said Esau is wicked in the border of it. He said Esau is the son of the perdition. He said you are of your father the devil. He's constantly saying this about these people. He got a perpetual hatred towards Esau. Ezekiel 35. Obadiah. He calling them out. So he calling them out for a reason, because he's telling you they're not going to change. If he prepared them to be stubborn. Matter of fact, give me Obadiah. Chapter 1, right quick. Hold what you got. We're going to finish it.
Chapter 1?
Chapter 1. It is chapter 1.
That's it. You're right.
We're going to read verse 18.
Chapter 1, verse 1.
Let's go to verse 18.
Verse 18. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
For what?
For stubble. And they shall kindle in them, and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord hath spoken it.
Who's spoken it out?
For the Lord hath spoken
The
it.
Lord spoke this thing, man. So, if this is what's going to be the end of Esau, that means he's not going to change. So we can't change the police, the political system, the president. It's not meant for that.
He is who he is.
He is who he is, man.
Right.
Give me Ezekiel 35. Finish reading this out. In Romans.
Now, verse 19. thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth ye, why do he yet find fault? For who had resisted his will?
So it said, if he made them like this, then why did the Most High still yet find fault? That's a smart aleck human being right there.
Yeah.
Why he yet still find fault? But this is the question that they asked. And what did God say?
Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Who is you to reply against the Most High God, man? Who are we to reply against the Most High God? Asking him questions like that. Let's see what his response is.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Can a thing formed respond to the thing that formed it? Why you make me like this, Lord? Why you make? But you know, there people go through crises like that.
Yeah.
Why am I like this? I'm depressed. Got everything in the world and still ready to kill themselves. That's what happens when you get to questioning God like that. Is there a God? Man, you got eyes. You see his son out there? You see these people walking around? Who made the people if it's not a God?
It's a God.
Who made the first person if it's not a God, man? Because we dang sure didn't make ourselves.
There wasn't no explosion in space.
And it wasn't no dang Big Bang Theory, man. Go on with that stuff right there. Them white folks, boy, come up with all types of stuff. Crafty counsel, man. A Big Bang Theory started and it created the earth. And then on the earth, we come from something that came out the water and turned into a larvae and turned into a lizard, no, a fish, and then a lizard.
Maybe that's where they came.
No, it came from a larvae, cells first.
Cells
Then it
first.
turned into a larvae. Then it turned into a fish. Then it turned into a lizard. Then it came up on the land. And then it turned into a mammal. And then it turned into a monkey. And then it turned into a human. Evolution, man. And they want to talk about the Bible. Y'all just don't understand about the red dragon and the beast and things of that nature. But that's idiocracy right there.
That's stupidity.
Because you know what's stupidity? Because if we evolve from all those things, why do those things still exist? If we evolve from monkeys, why is there still monkeys?
That's right.
Why they still making monkeys?
Right.
If we evolve from monkeys. No, they just come from cavemen, and they the closest thing to the monkey.
Right. Right.
They know that. That's why they say
Right.
that.
Shave a monkey to
Yeah.
guess the life.
And they got the Rhesus, the RH Rhesus gene that comes from a monkey. You can look that up. But we don't come from no damn monkeys.
That's right.
We go right to Genesis, and the Lord said we come from the dust of the earth. You look in your body makeup, it's full of carbon.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we go right back to the dirt. So all this evolution, no, man.
And 10% of, is it 10% or 2% or something like that of gold that runs through our body as well. So we're made not just of any kind of dirt, we're made of rich dirt.
We are precious material, man. Precious gold. Read on up.
Verse number 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Shall the thing that formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? 21. Had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to some one vessel unto honor, and another unto dishonor? That's Esau and Jacob.
Yes, that's exactly what that is. He said he made one vessel unto wrath. Did you get that far? No, keep reading. Keep reading. I want a little more.
What if God, willing to show his wrath?
Willing to show his what?
Wrath.
His what?
His wrath.
Because who was he angry at?
Esau.
No, when he mad at us.
Oh,
what
yeah,
he said,
yeah.
He gonna put us in captivity, right?
And he did that
He
thing.
sent a nation from far with a tongue we did not understand to us, right? Them vessels right there.
That's it.
So we made them mad, He had to use something to whoop us with. We don't get that understanding. Read on now.
And they whoop the crap out of our butts too.
Yeah.
And to make his power known.
To do what?
To make his power known.
That's what the whole thing is about. The Most High is making his power known.
Same way he did in Egypt.
He's making his power known. It's about the Most High. We're just vessels in this thing. Read on up.
Endured with much long suffering the vessel of wrath.
The what?
The vessel of wrath.
The what?
The vessel of wrath.
Uh-huh.
Fitted to destruction.
Fitted to what?
Destruction.
So they the vessels of wrath, what he uses to whoop the Israelites, but they're fitted for destruction. That's why they have not seen any punishment yet. Theirs is waiting for the end. That's why he said they're gonna be stubble. They ain't receiving no punishment yet, because who the Lord loveth he chastised.
That's right.
If he does not chastise you, you are a bastard. That's why he's not even wasting the time to chastise them. He's going to save that for the end. That's why they the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. Read on.
In that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessel of mercy.
On the who?
Vessel of mercy.
Read on.
Which he had afore prepared unto glory.
We are the vessels of mercy. He's trying to remind us about the riches of his glory.
Good.
How is he going to remind us? He's going to whoop our butt. Because he had already afore prepared unto glory us. That's what he gave to us when he gave it to Adam. He threw it away, messing around with Eve. Him and Eve threw it away. Then he came back around. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the Israelites. What we do? Turn around and give our honor to another. Because that's all we want to keep doing. He keep trying to give us his glory. We keep throwing it back out. So he got to show us some kind of way. We're going to read that. Hold that. Let's go to Psalm 17 and 13 first, and then we're going to read that Ezekiel. Because our people, any
Psalm
Christians
17.
watching this, yeah, Psalm 17. Or anybody watching this needs to understand what the so-called Edomite's purpose is on this earth, man. And not only him, all the nations. All the nations. You break that out too. Read that out. 13.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him.
The what?
Disappoint him.
We want the Lord to disappoint this damn devil, man. Read.
Cast him down.
The what?
Cast him down.
Cast him down from his heaven, because right now Esau is in heaven. We're in hell. We want the Lord to cast him down.
Now watch this out. Now
Uh-huh.
watch this. What I was going to say earlier. It's funny you went to the scripture. Now, the Bible answers all things, right?
That's right.
So there was a Big Bang Theory. Christ said he saw Satan fall like lightning to the earth, right?
That's right.
All right. That was the bang, and here it is right here. Here it is right here. All praise. Cast him down.
Do what?
Cast him down.
Do what?
Cast him down.
Read on.
Deliver my soul from the wicked.
From the who?
From the wicked.
Read on.
Which
Give me my
is
Malachi
thy sword.
1. Which is what?
Thy sword.
So the Lord, we ask the Lord, deliver my soul from the wicked. We finna get the wicked. Which is thy sword.
It's the Most High sword.
The vessel of wrath, fitted for destruction. That's the Most High sword against us. Watch this. Read Malachi 1 and 4. That's good.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Whereas Edom said,
Whereas who?
whereas Edom said, we are impoverished,
Uh-huh.
but we
Job
will
9
return
and
and build
Job 9
the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Who's saying this?
Thus saith the Lord of
What do he
hosts.
say?
They shall build, but I will throw
He
down.
gonna do what?
I will throw down.
Then we just ask the Lord to cast him down. He gonna do what?
I will throw down.
Read on.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
The what?
The border of wickedness.
The what?
The border of wickedness.
And that's why we ask the Lord to deliver our soul from the wicked. Because Edom, Esau, Idunia is the border of wickedness. Read that out, Job 9:24.
This is the book of This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
What did the Bible say?
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
How can you change the wicked when the earth was given to them, man? Our people is marching against the wicked, and the Most High gave them the earth. Read that one more time.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Read on.
If not, where and who is he?
If Esau ain't the wicked, where and who is he then? Because the Lord has said in Malachi, they the border of wickedness. Our people don't want to recognize the white man for who he is, man.
He is who he is.
Give me that Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 35. 1? Yep.
Ezekiel 35:1. So we established that Esau, the wicked, is the sword of the Most High God. We established that his end is going to be destruction in the end, man. That's what he was made for. The vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. Read on.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying,
What did it say?
Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus said the Lord of God, saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
The Lord is against Mount Seir. That's Esau. Read on.
And I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Read on.
I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
This is about the Most High.
Right.
This is about the Most High showing these people that he is the Lord, that he is the creator. And let's see why he's going to do that, man. This is going to explain why we're never going to change the so-called white man. Read on.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Because they have a perpetual hatred against the Israelites, man. They're never going to stop hating us. They were made like this. So you looking at somebody that has a perpetual hatred towards you to change their ways. You see the way these cops is killing us? No emotions. They not even mad. Why they doing it?
Matter of fact, they think what they supposed to be doing this. It's in them to do it.
For the nerve of them to try to act like we some animals, man. They try to talk like we brute beasts. Y'all the damn brute beasts. The damn caveman come out there, Caucasus Mountains of Georgia Rush.
And that Stockholm Syndrome,
Right,
y'all be able to see that thing. It's constantly keep on showing that we show them love in spite of everything they do to us.
That's right.
That Stockholm Syndrome, boy, is a terrible disease.
Read that out.
And this book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power.
The Lord said, let every soul be subject to the higher power. What's the higher power?
For there is no power but of God.
But of who?
Of God.
So Donald Trump ain't in office for no reason, man. These police ain't in the position that they in for no reason. All these Congress and senators not in a position that they are in for no reason. All of them is a piece of the puzzle. We get a piece of the puzzle. But you got to understand what piece you are. Some of them understand what piece they are. They know that they the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. We got to know that we the elect. We got to know that we are God's chosen people. We got to know that we got to keep His law, statutes, and commandments. That's why we go out here every week and do these classes to try to wake up our people to that fact, so that they can come back on the side that they're supposed to be on, instead of going in front of the devil trying to get him to change his ways when it's clear and cut that he's not going to change his ways. Read on now.
The powers that be are ordained of God.
See, you got to understand that the powers that be, the powers that's allowing them to kill us, is ordained by the Most High God, because the people that's getting killed, have you seen any of them have fringes on? Have you seen any sisters with their head wrapped? Just like yesterday, we seen all these bad kids out here. Who's watching them? They out of control. So you know their parents out of control. These people don't want to listen to God. They want to fight against God, God's word, and His prophets when they try to tell them. So you think the Most High ain't putting down judgment around here?
And then they're really young out there.
Really young.
And you got a whole bunch of pedophiles and rapists and killers and all kind of stuff, and they're just running wild.
But I think the one little girl said, I'm 16 and you talk to me like that? And then the way she was talking, you 16?
And you
I would have thought you was 26.
I said, you need to put some clothes on.
Right.
She called me all kind of BA niggas and all that. But you talking about me talking to you about putting clothes on? But this is what they like. It comes to a point where you stop even fighting against it. This what you like, then this what you gonna get. Right. Because you're not going against me. Give me 1 Thessalonians 4:8. They think that they fighting against us. We ain't the one putting our knee in our people's neck, killing them, choking them out.
Right.
We ain't the one 48 hours in each other. We ain't the ones with an evil eye towards our brothers and our sisters. But you mad at us. Them the people, and it's mighty strange. That's how you know the word of God is quick and powerful. Because when you break this out, people swear that you done hit them. White folks swear that you done lynched them with the Bible. But these people have actually physically done it. And they equating what we doing to what they doing. So you know the word is quick and powerful. Read that out.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, verse 8. He therefore that despiseth not man, but God who had also given unto us His Holy Spirit.
That's all I want. He that despiseth not man but God, man. So when we read these words out the Bible and they get mad, they not despising us. You despise the Most High God. He was not going to punish you.
Right.
We just trying to give you warning. So we come to a point where you stop even fighting against it. Let's go back to that Romans. Because the powers that be is ordained by the Most High God. He's in control of all this. We're simply vessels. That's all I am, a vessel. I acknowledged that a long time ago, and I'm totally okay with it. It's above my pay grade. I'm just playing my role, trying to get back to the kingdom, man. That's all I want to do. Make it to the kingdom. So, if that means that I got to do the Lord's work to get there, then that's what I'm going to do. Right. And all that other stuff, man, is foolery and coolery. We already been out there with all that. So these people want to do me. Like, I know Mama Mariah can literally tell you your future at this point. She's seen so much. Because that's how I feel. Not past your level or your level, but at the level that I'm at, from everything I've seen, like we can tell them little kids their future. Mm-hmm. If you don't do this, you're going to end up like this. That's just how the system is set.
That's right.
It's no way of getting around it. If you already showing the fruits of being wicked, we can already tell you what's going to happen to us.
That's right.
And they think we joking. We're not joking. It's the truth. If you're not getting in the Word of God, you in the streets already, you going to get locked up. You going to get pregnant. You going to get hurt, abused, raped.
Who was the lady that was with you?
I don't know. I've seen her down there before, but
she was just down
she went to try to stand up for him. But how you going to stand up for him when we telling you what's right?
When you read that one scripture, she went on and just back. She didn't say nothing to walk on. Yeah, she knew what it was.
We not out here playing no games, man. Read on now, verse 2.
Verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God.
Whosoever whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, because the Most High set all this in place. Now it's clear as day. Say for instance, we staying out the way, right? We doing the Lord's work. Have you had any problem with the police? Have you had any problem with the police? Sister Mariah? We ain't gonna ask you now. But no, seriously. We ain't having problems with the police like we did when we was in the street.
Right.
When we was in the street, boy, we always looking around for the police, ain't we? We looking around for them, boy, because what were we doing?
They run with no man pursuit.
But we was, yeah, because what we was doing? We was in wickedness, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We was right, we in the wickedness. Oh, I want to sell some dope. What I'm in wickedness.
Right.
So where you gonna be at? You gonna be going to the trap houses. They got the dope, right? The police know where the trap houses at too. So you literally putting yourself in the way of the police.
Yeah.
So what else they gonna do? They gonna get you.
Right.
But when you stop going to those places, those areas, those neighborhoods that you know that it's hot because it's drugs and people getting murdered and things of that nature, you remove yourself out of that so you have less problem with the police because now you're not doing those things anymore. If a man is addicted to buying prostitutes and they go to Harry Hines or wherever they got the prostitutes at now, and you get rolled by the police for buying a prostitute, you put yourself in that situation. You could have been at the house. And I bet you wouldn't have got bombed. But no,
We're most likely going to come up with some AIDS.
It's going to come up with something. But whatever it is, this is a cause and effect thing.
That's it.
You break God's laws, it's going to be effect to that.
That's right.
So if we going out here resisting the ordinances, the ordinances is the things that the Most High set up. Then we're going to get in trouble, man.
Let's finish this out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's start back at the top of 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
What they going to receive?
Damnation.
You're going to get locked up. You're going to get beat up. You're going to get shot up by the police or get caught up like a brother just jogging down the street. Now, the things about our people getting killed, when you get to the spiritual level, we don't know what things our people is into. Because Lord is putting down judgment. Everybody look innocent on the top layer. You know what I'm saying? And none of these people deserve to die. But the Most High is the one that do what?
Right.
He kills and he makes alive. So when you get to the spiritual level, we don't know what our people is into. But we do know they're not keeping God's laws. We know that, don't we?
That's the outcome.
So if you're not keeping God's laws, you subject to anything happening to you. Read on, huh?
For the rulers are not a terror to God, do good works. Let me reread that.
Read that again.
Yes, sir. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil.
See, that's what we was going into. If we are here in the streets, we being evil. So that's why the police is snatching us up. Because we being evil. They not a terror to good works. If we doing the Lord's work, when we doing the Lord's work, we not worried about the police. Because we know we doing good works. And they don't even bother us. They go about their business. They don't even want no problem with us. Because we doing good works. We don't know.
Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou should have praise of the same.
If we do that which is good, then we won't have to worry about the terror coming upon us. But if we do that which is bad, the Lord promises in Leviticus 26:14-16 that he was going to appoint terror over us. He said he was going to appoint terror over us. For what? Matter of fact, let's get that. Give me Leviticus 26:14. What I got you on? Michael, we had dropped that.
Okay.
We had dropped that. Leviticus 26:14. Read that, Nick.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments. 15. And if ye shall despise my statute, or if your soul abhor my judgment, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant.
Oh, right there. It's literally breaking down to you. If we don't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, he finna tell you what's going to happen to us. He's about to tell you what's going to happen to us if we want to keep doing Easter. We want to keep doing Christmas, because contrary to how our people think, they think that doing Christmas is not evil and wicked. That's just because they ain't do their research on what Christmas and Easter is. It's evil and wicked to the Most High God, man. We have to get out of this thinking of thinking about what we believe and what we think. Lean not on your own understanding. Lean on what the Most High said. And because we trying to understand him. We trying to get closer to our God. So we got to comprehend what he's telling us. Now what he say he's going to do to us, huh?
Verse 16. I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror.
What are you going to do?
I will even appoint over you terror.
He appointed over us terror. Because the terrorist in this country is a so-called white man. He the one terrorizing our Latino and Latina sisters and brothers on the border. He the one terrorized Black Wall Street with dropping the first bomb down. He the one terrorizing on murdering us in the middle of the street in broad daylight with cameras rolling. He the one's terrorizing this place. He the one's doing the mass murders with the guns around here. He's the terrorist. But the Most High said he was going to appoint what up?
He was going to appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning urge that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemy shall eat it. 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemy. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when no man pursue it.
They that hate you.
When
They
none
that
pursue it.
hate you. They that hate you. Didn't Ezekiel 35 say that the Esau has a perpetual hatred against you? That's the terrorist that the Most High appointed over us. He telling us do precept upon precept. His sword. But we want to change the sword. We can't change the sword. We have to change ourselves. We have to change ourselves. Let's go to 1 Peter 5 and verse 6. 1 Peter 5 and verse 6. We have to come back to our God, man. Get out the enemy face. He don't care. If he cared, why would we still be going through this stuff? They act like they cared after Rodney King, didn't they?
They sure did.
What changed? It only got worse because the cameras got better.
Matter of fact, they started showing him where he can get good drugs with the money he got, and then he ended up pure drug head.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time.
What?
Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
So the first thing we need to do is humble ourselves. Therefore, under the mighty hand of God. Do it look like all our people that's marching with those Edomites is humbling themselves under the mighty hand of God?
No, it's under the hand of Esau.
That's under the hand of Esau. You walking with the devil to go fight against Satan. How you do that?
Say that again.
You walking with the devil to go fight against Satan. It's not going to work.
And then they see what Esau is doing.
They see it. They right there with him.
Was that you that put that on there? Where the police putting the rocks on the curb?
Nuh-uh.
You ain't seen that?
I put that.
You put that on there? They setting the rocks there, man. For them to get down tonight.
Go look at our Wednesday class. We pulled the video up of them, the Edomites doing all the damage, man.
Man. And you can tell who they are. But even though that, even the other ones that are not doing nothing, you still don't supposed to be with them.
No. Watch this right quick. Nate, give me Matthew 12 and 26. Hold that piece. Matthew 12 and 26. Start at verse 25.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 25. And it reads, And Jesus knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
So Christ said, every kingdom that's divided against itself. What kingdom that we know of is divided against itself currently?
Our kingdom is
The kingdom of Israel. The kingdom of Israel.
But theirs is coming.
The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom is divided. And not only that,
Yep.
even the Israelites versus the rest of the restaurant people. That's another division. So the Lord said a nation divided against itself shall what?
Is brought to desolation.
And that's what happened to us. Read on.
And every city of house divided against itself shall not
That's
stand.
why it's no longer the nation of Israel having their own land right now. Read on.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
So if Satan, keep reading now, keep reading.
And if I, by Beelzebub, cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore, they shall be your judges.
So Christ said, if Satan casts out Satan, he'll be divided against himself. Then how can his kingdom stand? That's America. They got Democrats and Republicans, but you know, if you got any sense that in the core values of what they believe about this country, they got the same beliefs. That's why this country ain't failed to nobody else right now. They fundamental things as far as Democrats and Republicans, they got different beliefs. But when you go past that as far as keeping this kingdom together, that Satanism that's going on in this place, they agree on that. They just disagree on how to go about using the Israelites that's in their country. That's all that's about. We want to use them like this. We want to use them like this. That's why it was a civil war. It wasn't about freeing us. It was about who was going to have control over us.
Right.
So they're not going to be divided against each other. They're trying to divide you against your God. They want you to be a black Republican, and this will be a black Democrat. You divide against your God.
So let me ask you this question, because that just confused me. And
I asked you a question about the class, huh?
Okay.
I do it. We right here. That's why I asked.
Hold on to your question.
All right.
Let's go back to 1 Peter.
All right.
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 7.
Yeah. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Casting all your care upon him. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Verse 8. Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Be what?
Be sober.
Read on.
Be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil,
The who?
the devil,
The who?
the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
The Lord is telling you that your adversary, the devil, the word devil means deceiver. The devil is a person that's deceiving our people, thinking that we are all one, thinking that Christ came for everybody, thinking that God loves everybody, thinking that we're just human beings and all Americans. That's the devil, your adversary, seeking who he can devour, man. But they think that that's their friend. Like, how is it possible that this white dude is a Republican. He got children, right? And just because little Becky like black dudes, and she say, well, I'm going to march for George Floyd. And that's it. I'm going out there, Dad. Does that make her not the devil? See? That's your daddy. You are your father the devil.
Still a devil.
That's right.
That's why the Lord said prepare slaughter for their children.
That's right.
Isaiah 14:21. For the iniquities of their fathers.
That's right.
So, just because little Becky out here because she like black dudes, or little Timmy out here because he like black girls, that don't change the fact that they the devil.
Still a devil.
They still come out this same household. You know you always got a black sheep. But I bet you a majority of that family believe the same way. And even the liberals is racist. And California's supposed to be so liberal, right? It's one of the most racist states out there.
Right.
So all of it is garbage, man. Because the Lord said your adversary, the devil, is seeking who he can devour. Give me Psalms 10:7. Read on up.
Verse 9. Who resists steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
We know that we're going to get afflicted. We know that our people are afflicted. And we have to understand that even if we're in this truth, we can get it. We still going to get afflicted. But it's not going to be the same as our people that's in the world, because we know that we got hope. We got faith in the Most High that he going to put that hedge of protection around us. So we're not running around here in fear like our people are. They in fear. Read that out, Psalms 10:7.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit.
And what?
And deceit.
That's the devil. The devil's mouth is full of deceit. That's all he do is lie. Read on.
And fraud. And fraud.
And fraud. Lying. Tricking. Deceitful. Trying to get you out the spirit. Trying to take you away from your God. Trying to take you away from your people. That's all they do. Read on.
And fraud under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
And what?
And vanity.
Read on.
He said it in the lurking place of the villages, in the secret place. Doeth he murder the innocent?
What did he do to George Floyd?
He murders the innocent.
What did he do to Sandra Bland?
He murdered the innocent.
What did he do to Tamar Rice?
He murdered the
What did
innocent.
he do to Mike Brown?
He murdered the innocent.
What did he do to Malcolm X?
He murdered the innocent.
Come on, man. That's what they do. They gonna murder the innocent because it's already written. You can't change the devil. Read on.
His eyes privately set against the poor.
Against the who?
The poor.
Against the who?
The poor.
We are the poor, man. We the poor and meek. We don't have any aircraft carriers or F-18 Super Hornets or helicopters or tanks or Hummer vehicles. We don't have rocket launchers. We don't have none of that. Read on.
He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor.
To do what?
Catch the poor.
He's looking to catch us, man, so he can choke us out, so he can kill us. And look, they try to put anything on you. Oh, the brother stole a pack of cigars. Oh, the brother was walking eating Skittles. Oh, the brother had a fake 20. All this is, oh, the brother was selling cigarettes. Oh, the sister was in her own house. Oh, the brother was in his own house and the police came in there. What? You can't get more innocent than being in your own house.
Enjoying his evening.
Enjoying your evening. Or the sister in the house sleep.
Yeah.
Then you pull a gun because somebody creeping around your house unannounced and they shoot you like you outside bothering them. This thing is crazy, man. But the Most High putting down judgment because that son of perdition has to be revealed, man. Until our people see this. They want to keep being blinded by the son of perdition, by these fraud, by the lies and the fraud that he tells. Being blinded by the God of this world.
say one thing. A lot of time when we get to calling out the brothers' names who've fallen victim to Esau, the women get left out, like Sandra Bland and Pamela Turner, Tatiana Jefferson over there in Fort Worth. You know, it's happening to our men and our women.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that point right there. A lot of times, I mean, what's happening is bad, but the women get left out oftentimes.
The whole thing for me, I can't remember all the names.
Yeah.
I would name all of them if I can remember.
Yeah.
Now you heard I say Sandra Bland because I can't. It's so many. Every time I turn around, I can't remember all the names.
Or the one that was trying to look out the window to see who it was.
That's Sister Jefferson.
Tatiana.
And one more thing, and I'll let y'all go. Like a couple of years ago, you could name them all, like on one hand. But now it's like he said, so many you can't even keep up with.
It's so many. I've seen a collage of them that just happened in the past few years.
Yeah.
And then what about this, huh? We don't even name no Hispanics. Like they not even getting murdered.
Right.
That's a lot.
That's good.
And that's the thing.
That's good.
While our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters want to be tripping on us, they're not even acknowledging the innocent that's getting killed over there.
Even the American Indians.
And American Indians.
Man.
But you know what? You have to recognize what the scriptures say, man. Judah will be the lead tribe. It ain't that nobody else getting killed. Judah is the lead tribe. They gotta keep us under subjection because we break it loose. The other tribes break it loose too, whether they want to or not. No matter if they want to sit back or whatever. When we break loose, you gonna have to break loose, man. It's no way of getting around it. It is written.
Right.
It's written. And all the rules, you can step to the left with the goats. Hispanics, blacks, Native American coons, and the one. But come on, man. If you ain't on this side, you on that side. It's only two sides. It ain't all this multi-side like Americans try to say. Oh, you can be an atheist, a Jehovah's Witness, a Christian, a Muslim. It ain't all that over here.
That's Oprah Winfrey and Bishop Jakes.
Yeah, you can't do all that over here.
That's their theology.
You can't do that in Israel. You got to get down with these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's it. Get in obedience to the Most High. That's it.
Can't go around it.
You can't go around it, man. Finish reading that out. Because he lied up and waiting is secretly as a lion.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor. When he draweth him into his net,
Read on.
he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones.
Give me some rock, 12 and 10.
He had said in his heart, God had forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it.
So he is he crouching and humbled himself. We're going to see who else humbled himself. Because our people got to understand who their enemy is, man. We're going to get who crouches and humbles himself.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
What did the Bible say?
Never trust thine enemy.
The Lord told us to never trust our enemy. We understand who our enemy is. If you go to Deuteronomy 28 and 48 on down, it's telling you your enemy. You go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it's telling you who your enemy is, man. And the Lord said, what up?
Never trust thy enemy.
So when did he stop being our enemy? To where it's more him marching for justice for Black Lives Matter than it is Negroes and Hispanics.
Yep.
Read on up.
For never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wicked.
So is his what?
So is his
and
wickedness.
We already know who the border of weakness is. We already know who the enemy is. Read on up.
Verse 11. Thou he humble himself.
Though he do what?
Thou he humble himself. And go crouching.
This is the same thing that Psalms 10 and 10 says. He crouches and humbles himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. This is your enemy. Read on up.
Yet take good heed and beware of him.
What did the Bible say?
Yet take good heed and beware of him.
Our people is not taking good heed and beware of him. They seeing these damn devils out here causing riots and burning stuff up, and they still gonna sit up here side by side with them, man. Read on.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Read on.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
That's what I want. Don't put him by you, because he's trying to take your place. Where it's a backstabber, backstabber, they smile in your face.
But all the time.
They want to take your place, the backstabbers. Backstabbers. That's that scripture right there. That's that scripture.
Yeah.
I can take it old school too.
Yeah.
That's that scripture right there. So let's get give me Hosea 5. No, give me Hosea 5:15. Because I'm finna read Psalms 10 and 11. He said, he has said in his heart, God has forgotten. He hideth his face and will never see it. So this is what the devil said. God forgot about y'all. He done hid his face from you. So he ain't gonna see the atrocities that I'm doing to you. This is what they saying, man. But we gonna see what the Most High got to say about that. Because he did hide his face from us. But he didn't hide his face from Evan. He didn't hide his face from watching this stuff that they doing to his people. That's why he said he gonna destroy them out the face of the earth. Read that out.
This is the book of Hosea. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
I will go and return to my place.
What did the Most High say?
I will go and return to my
He
place.
did say he gonna go and return to his place. But for how long?
Till they acknowledge their offense.
So he do what?
Till they acknowledge their offense.
So instead of going out in the middle of the street, marching against the police, we should go out in the middle of the street and acknowledge our offenses against the Most High God. All these black people and the Latin people getting together, they should be in the streets and we should be acknowledging our offenses against the Most High God, rather than going begging from the damn devil to try to not beat us up or kill us anymore.
Right.
Read on up.
And seek my face.
And do what?
And seek my face.
That's what we should be doing out in public, seeking the Most High's face. Read on.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Yeah, they don't see. We seek them early. So they got to keep getting afflicted. Because they ain't going to get it. The Most High going to make them get it though. They can get it now or they can get it later. We already got it. We understand we seeking the Most High face early. We see the afflictions happening to our people. We ain't got to see another murder to understand that this is the Most High putting this on us for going against him. But they don't want to go. They don't want to know. They love Becky. That's how people made proud of. They love Becky and Timmy. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Woo.
They already know if they get caught with old barbecue Becky, what's gonna happen to them. They already know.
They already know.
What I'm saying?
It's
She
like
gonna-
playing with that fire.
Yeah, she's gonna holler, Ray, Ray, Ray.
But they don't want to go,
She
man.
don't want to get cut off from daddy's inheritance.
Let's go to Isaiah 59.
91.
Yes, sir.
All right. I already got that precept up.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, starting from verse 1.
Let's see why we separated from our God.
And it reads,
Why he turned his face from us.
Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save, neither is his ear heavy.
So, contrary to what Esau say, think the Most High ain't looking, think he ain't listening, his ear ain't heavy. He just waiting us to acknowledge our iniquities against him. Read on.
That it cannot hear, but your iniquities have separated between you and your God.
What did our iniquities do about?
Separate us between you and our God. And your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear.
So because of our iniquities, that separated us from our God. That's why he hid his face from us. But he told us that if we come back to him, acknowledge our offenses against him, make supplication, come back to his laws, statutes, commandments, then he will turn his face back to us. And we live in proof of that because we live in it. We live in the brotherhood of unity and the sisterhood of unity and reaping the benefits from that thing, man. We have to do it together. We can't go out here with the other nations and try to get liberty and justice when we got to get that from the Most High God. We can't get it from the white man. It ain't his to give.
That's what he said in 68. The very last little paragraph there, he said, and no man shall save you.
And what?
No man shall save you.
That's right. Ain't no man gonna save us out of this thing. Let's get one more on that subject matter. Zechariah 11:5. Zechariah 11:5. Zechariah ran away. After Hagar. We cannot change the
I
devil.
look for him real easy. Just remember, all the prophets is in the same area. The book of the prophets.
11:5. Start at 4. Give me Exodus 19:5.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter. Verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
And do what?
And hold themselves not guilty.
We are still in the possession of these people. And they slaying us and holding themselves not guilty. This was already written, man. This is future prophecy. How can you change them when this is what they've been doing? The whole police system was set up by patty rollers who was set up to go capture runaway slaves. That's what their whole thing is built off of. So how you gonna change that? They never got better with it. These ain't the Andy Griffith of Mayberry police we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Then what's his boy name? Barney Fife. We ain't dealing with Barney Fifes.
Or Andy.
Matter of fact, on another note, I seen my first black person on Andy Griffith show the other day. I ain't know they let black people on there, boy. Surprised he wasn't in handcuffs.
Who was that?
He wasn't the main character. He was just a brother standing in line.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they getting ready to go to the army.
He was going ready to go up in something, but he was just a brother standing in line. He wasn't the main character at all.
He ain't say no words.
But I'm just surprised they ain't run that brother up out of there.
He ain't say no words.
No, he ain't say no word.
No script.
No script. He did. But I was shocked he was in Mayberry, boy. He been around. I know it's some KKKs up in Mayberry.
Yeah, man.
It was too quiet up in Mayberry. You know what I'm saying? But breathe on up.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
So these people that sell us say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. They did get rich off us. They do get rich off us. And our possessors pity us not. Our shepherds pity us not. Those that are so-called pastors in leadership, or the so-called congressmen and senators, they don't pity us not. Yeah, they put on a good show. But if you really cared about your people, you'll be on the front line trying to teach your people who they are. Instead of teaching them they're damn American, man. Teaching them American values. Goddamn American values.
That's right.
This place is wicked as hell, man. And it's under the control of Satan. So why would I sit up here teaching my children to get the American dream when it's the American nightmare for our people? Yeah, you can make some money, but can you walk down the street without the police harassing you? Yeah, you can make some money, but you got to worry about if these crackers gonna try to kill you or not. Yeah, you can make some money because that's what all this is about. It's only about money. But what about justice? They ain't got to worry about this type of stuff. We got to live in an environment where they try to make it all right to kill blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They already had desensitized the people about killing Indians because of the cowboy movies. Trying to make it seem like the Indians was the bad guys.
Or try to make them be the red man.
The red man, lying on red. The red man, really? We know who the red man
That's
is.
right.
That's
That's
an
right.
insult, ain't it, brother?
That's good. That's
It's a
good.
damn insult,
That's
man.
good.
Call
And
them
we're actually-
savages.
Yeah, call them savages.
Brown.
Brown. Yeah.
They the damn savages.
But they would tell us this, and then look at the Redskins helmet.
Yeah,
They got a
know.
black brother on there, man.
Yeah.
They showing us this stuff right in our face, man, and we ain't paying no attention.
You got the Exodus.
Yes, sir.
Now let's get to how the Lord made us to be and what we should be striving to get back to being.
5 or 4.
Start at 5. This is how the Most High made us to be. And this is what we striving to get back to. We striving to be royalty again. We got a lot of people want to say they kings and queens. Where did your power derive from? Because if you don't even know the people that you come from, then how the hell is you a king? Your king got people up under him. A king got land. A king got people that support him in being a king. They don't even support each other when they open up the damn snow cone corn. But you a king. Come on, man. The only way we kings and queens is we go through the power of the Most High God.
Then he come through there all broke down, talking about,
I'm God.
Yeah, I'm God.
God.
Come on, man. Read that out.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant.
Hold up. He said if we will obey his voice indeed and keep his covenant.
When ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is
He
mine.
said if we do that, then we shall be a peculiar treasure to him above all people.
Above all
We ain't
people.
worried about what you heathens think. We trying to please the Most High God. He
God.
said to him we'll be above all people.
God.
To him we're a peculiar treasure.
So it don't matter nobody else.
No, it don't matter about that. For all the earth is his. Read on.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of
So
Israel.
the Most High had made us to be a kingdom of priests and holy nation. We supposed to lead these people in worshiping the Most High God, man. We supposed to lead these people into righteousness, into worshiping and doing the things that the Most High God set forth for us to do. We're supposed to do that.
That's
But
right.
how can we do that when we out of order? How the hell can we go to some other people when we out of order? But they we supposed to turn to each other first? No, first thing our people do, which is disgusting, is run out there with some damn crackers, man. They ain't turned to us. They ain't turned to their people. Hell, they ain't go to the Nation of Islam, the Israelites. See how can we fix this thing? No, they went to the damn Edomites. They'll show you what they think about their own people, man. God damn them. I don't want no dealings with them. Anybody who think that you got to be with the white man to make something happen around here, I don't have no dealings with you. Because they not doing that with us. They not saying, well, hell, Tom, how we going to get this thing going? We need some blacks around. We need some Mexicans around to do it. We can't start until we get them involved. They don't give a damn about what we think. But we care what they think. I literally seen more white people in these protests than I seen blacks or Hispanics.
That's right.
Every single time they put a camera on.
That's right.
But we looking for them to help us. They looking for something on their own. Just like when they followed us around during the Civil Rights Movement. They was looking for something out of that. You don't think the Kennedy brothers wasn't trying to get something out of dealing with Martin Luther King? Yes.
But you know, the funny thing is when we was downtown, when we went up there to that march, and all the whites that was mingling with the people was all the troublemakers. The ones that was out there, am I right, Art?
Mm-hmm.
But then, like on the side, those that started cheering when we first come up there, if you notice, they was just all blacks by themselves. You ain't see no whites in them groups.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They was only in the causing the confusion and the mess. And that goes to show you that the Bible is definitely true. God is not the author of confusion.
That's right.
But Esau is.
That's right.
The devil is.
That's right. That's all they are. That's what Babylon means. Confusion. That's why this Babylon. Everything they do is don't make no damn sense. But it's to confuse you and to keep you from doing what God wants you to do. That's why they got this political system set up. Hell, they could have just had a king for this shit, this stuff. Almost could. They just could have had a king for this. Emperor. Quit playing.
We feel y'all.
Like that's a illusion of inclusion. You might well just go home and have a damn dictator. That's how they run it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to come in here and act like Trump just changed everything. No, he didn't. All the stuff that he doing is what's allowed to him to do in their constitution. He ain't doing nothing no different.
Right.
He ain't doing nothing no different than what Obama did. He ain't doing nothing no different than what Clinton did. He ain't doing nothing no different than what Bush did. So to sit here act like he just changed, no. What he doing is saying what's actually on his mind and pretty much holding back on some, but he's speaking his mind through them tweets. That's the difference between him and the other presidents. They didn't have access to tweets and probably wasn't as foolish to even do that stuff.
Right.
To speak everything that's on their mind, but he don't give a damn. Because he understands, I got money. I'm an Edomite, and this is my country.
That's right.
Hell, he even know that if this country fall, he can just go to Russia. You think he don't know that? One-way ticket to Ukraine, please. We're out of here. So do we have that luxury? That's why we can't comprehend this dude. We don't have that luxury of just flying up out this thing. We got to sit here and take it. But Esau always get to run. They run somewhere else. That's why they got places set up all over. They never stay in their own house.
He won't run long this time.
Where we at?
All praise. In verse 7?
Read on. No, that's it.
Okay.
Let's go to, First Peter 2:9.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
What are we at?
But ye are a chosen
The
generation.
Lord chose us. And right now we are a chosen generation that's coming out speaking his word of the Most High God. Read on.
A royal priesthood.
A what?
A royal priesthood.
This is what we trying to get back to, people. This is how the Most High made us to be. We got our people want to give our honor to another. No, we're all Gentiles. Man, I ain't no damn Gentile.
I ain't even.
You can be a damn Gentile all you want. And then you think the Gentiles, if you do say you're a Gentile, you think you don't have to keep the commandments and serve the Lord? He gonna make the real Gentiles do that.
That's your now.
What you talking about?
Why
he coming? What's the purpose of Christ coming to put everything in subjection for? If we don't have to be in order and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. What's the purpose of him coming with vengeance? These people nuts. It say he coming with vengeance and a sword. Give me that Isaiah 66, huh? What's the purpose of him coming like that for if we not don't have to get in order? These people are finished, man. They better pray. They better pray that the Most High wake them up for the last end, man. So they don't want to listen to us. You know, the Jews require a sign. They want to wait until they see Christ coming with the chariots and 100 foot. Then it's too late. You gonna wish you done died first.
You don't want to wait on.
No, you don't want to wait on that. Read that out. 66 and 16. We gonna finish that. Did we finish that out?
No.
Let's finish that, and we gonna get that.
And holy nation, a peculiar people.
And what?
A peculiar people.
We're different from everybody else, man. That's what makes us a peculiar people. The way we move, we're the salt of the earth. The way we handle ourselves, everybody want to be like us, even though they despise us. We got the best athletes. We done had the best champions in the world. It ain't been a better champion than Muhammad Ali in hand-to-hand combat, man. It ain't been better artists than the Hispanics, man. The Mayans and the Aztecs, they still trying to figure this stuff out. Building temples and pyramids and stuff that they still can't comprehend. It ain't been better people on this earth. That's why they got to have us around them. Even when you look at their little stuff, World War II, what they use? The Native Americans. What is that, World War II? When they had them using the clothes.
The wind,
yeah,
what's it called?
the
Cold breakers. They was cold
The
breakers.
cold
breakers. The name of it was the wind something. The whistle. some whistle.
But then those Native
Yeah.
Americans that they used at that time,
Yeah, they were Native Americans.
they used Negroes, they used Mexicans. Even though they don't want to admit it, they got to, when they do their little moves and stuff, they got to get homage.
What about that cold squad that flew the planes?
Oh, the Tuskegee Airmen?
Yeah.
The Tuskegee Airmen, come on, man.
And set them up to fail. And they still
And they still, they always set us up to fail. They ain't been better warriors on this earth, man. These people don't fight by themselves. Say, man, look what happened to even the Germans ain't fight by their damn self.
That's
They
right.
had the Japanese and everybody with them. The Americans didn't either. They don't fight by, when they really fight by themselves, go pull up their record against Vietnam. Go pull up their record. We was there with them. Go pull up their record against the Koreans. You see, they ain't talking about no great war. They tried to do the little desert stuff with Saddam. They already know he ain't had no Air Force or none of that. Afghanistan, really? You fight people who don't have navies or air forces. Whoa, the big bag America.
They have a lot of codeine.
They
had
got
them-
it.
they had them
But I'm
purple
talking
men.
about, as far as an enemy.
Yeah.
Who has been a real enemy to America? As far as was able to get with them. If you basing your stuff on fighting people who don't have no equipment, then fine. You the greatest. That's like Muhammad Ali going beating up a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo. But when I peeped that thing, man, I knew these were some cowards. These some straight cowards, man. Go look at their record, man.
Yeah.
You go and taking Hawaii. You took Hawaii from people that ain't have a damn military. You took America with guns with people who were shooting bow and arrows. You took Australia with people who ain't had no weapons. They cowards, man.
But first, before they even came on the land, when they got ready to take it over, they shot cannons from the coast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over in there and
That's how
started
they-
knocking a bunch of them.
That's
off
how the
way.
British took China.
Yeah.
They took China like that. They sat on the coast and bombarded them with bombs. Back in the day, they bombarded them with bombs because they always had to have projectiles.
Yeah.
Because they don't want no hand-to-hand combat. That's why they keep them guns on. So they know they get in the hand-to-hand combat, that's their ass.
That's it.
So they know this over time. They know not to play with us, man. Y'all gotta keep a gun on me. Because I'm going to have to shoot a nigga because I'm in fear for my life. But we ain't in fear for our life. Where we at?
That ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
That's what we supposed to be doing here right now. We supposed to be showing forth the praises of him who has called us out of darkness into his marvelous light. That's what we supposed to be getting back to, and that's what we here at the Battle Axes is doing. When you see us out here, when we teaching these classes, when we hitting the streets, we showing forth the praises of him that brought us out of darkness into his marvelous light. That's what our job is to do. That's what our job is to do, Israel. Come back to our God and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. You cannot change the devil. We can only change ourselves.
Gone.
Let's get what I have to get.
Isaiah 66 and 15.
Let's touch that real quick. Give me Matthew 18. Read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, starting with verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
What the Lord gonna come with?
With fire.
With what?
With fire.
If he's not coming back to put things in order and pissed off about the way things is, then why he gonna come with fire? And what else, huh?
And his chariots.
And what?
His chariots.
Read on.
Like a whirlwind. To render his anger.
To do what?
To render his anger.
But I thought Jews would love everybody.
To render his
Then
anger.
what he mad about?
To render his anger.
If he love everybody, then why is Christ gonna be mad when he come back? Why is he gonna render his anger when he come back if he love everybody?
You got a bone to pick.
Read on that.
With fury.
With what?
With fury. In his rebuke. With flames of fire.
So, like I said before, if Christ isn't coming back to put things in order, why is he coming back angry? Because things are out of order. But let's get the way to put things back in order. For us as a people, man, we have to start from scratch. Each individual has to start from scratch. Let's go to Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3.
You don't want what you wanted out of this?
Read it out.
16. For by fire and by his sword.
By what?
By his sword.
Now why is Christ coming with a sword? Read on.
Will the Lord plead with all flesh.
And he gonna plead with all flesh, all right. This is about the most love y'all gonna get. When he pleading with all flesh, he gonna do what?
And then slain of the Lord shall be many.
The slain of the Lord shall be many after he finish pleading with all flesh.
That's it.
And they think they gonna have a conversation with the Lord.
That's it.
He ain't gonna have enough time. There's billions of people on this earth. He gotta take on a whole lot of people. He ain't got time to, and this how you know he ain't coming to talk to you. He gonna do it in an hour.
In an hour.
So he's gonna kill a lot. It's billions of people on this planet. And he got an hour to do it. And you think he got time to talk? He's already talking. He's talking right here.
What he gonna say? Wait till after class?
Yeah, wait till after class. Wait till after class.
All praises. All praises.
Now, let's get to the really,
You gonna run a clinic on that thing, man.
let's get to the really, really important, man.
Matthew.
Matthew 18. This is the remedy for us, man. This is the remedy for Israel.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 3. And said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted.
What did Christ say?
I say unto you, except ye be converted, and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Read on.
Verse 4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
So we have to be converted and humble ourselves as little children for thinking that the things that we know of this earth is legit. We have to understand that the things that we was taught in Christianity, the things that we was taught in the school system, the history that we was taught about this place, it's not of the Most High God. So he wants us to be converted and start over as a little child and relearn his Bible, man. Relearn his words, his laws, relearn our heritage. That's the only way. We have to be converted from that Negro and Latino state of mind to being an Israelite, man.
That's right.
You have to be converted. If you don't never want to change from the way you are, then the things that's happening in your life is not going to change. But when we be converted and come back to our God, that's when things will change. Read this out.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 19. Repent ye therefore, and be converted.
What did the Bible say?
Repent ye therefore, and be converted.
Repent ye therefore. Repent ye therefore, and be converted. So the first thing we have to do is humble ourselves as a little child. Repent ye therefore. And that's the beginning of being converted. Because when you repent, that means you're not going to do that thing anymore that you used to do. You're going to change your ways and come back to Christ. Come back to the Most High God. Read on up.
That your sins may be blotted out, when the time of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
And that's what we got to do. We're trying to get our sins blotted out so that we can be right with the Most High God. We want to put on those white robes when it's time for the marriage back to the King, man. We're trying to get rid of those blemishes. That's what Christ came to give us grace. And under this time of the grace, that means we need to come back to our God, man. He didn't give us grace to have a license to sin. He gave us grace to wake up to who we are and come back to our heritage. Now let's get some more on that being converted. Read it out. Yes, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Read that again out.
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Doing what?
Converting the soul.
Doing what?
Converting the soul.
This is how we convert our soul, through the law of the Most High God. You start keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. Give me Psalms 1:11 and 10. Read on.
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise be simple.
The testimony of the Lord is definitely sure. And it make wise and simple. We all were simple before we came into this truth. We thought we knew something. We didn't know nothing, man. This is how you become wise. Through the words of the Most High God. What you got? Read that out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111.
In verse 10.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
That what?
That do his commandments.
That what?
That do his commandments.
That's what we want on that.
His praise endureth
For
forever.
how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
That's right. So, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. When we start fearing the Most High God, that's when we start becoming wise. A good understanding of these scriptures have all they that do his commandments. That's the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how we get wise in these scriptures. So starting back at verse 7, read verse 7 again, Psalms 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7.
Psalms 119.
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. Verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoice in the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes.
Read on.
Verse 9. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Read on.
The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
So it's telling you about God's law is perfect, the statutes are right, the commandments are pure, the fear of the Lord is clean. You have to embody all these things, man. We have to fear the Most High God and keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. That will make you wiser and stop being simple. Our people need to stop being simple, man. This is how we become wise. But first, you have to fear the Lord. And unfortunately, the fear of the Lord for our people have been taught by the precepts of men, by the commandments of men. And they don't fear the Most High God. That's why our people don't fear the Most High God. Because a white man don't fear the Most High God. That's why He's going to have to make known His power and glory on this earth when He bring down this country, man. That's why He raising it up. You got that out?
Yes, sir.
This is the book of Psalms, 119, verse 59. I thought on my ways.
He did what?
I thought on my ways. And I turned my feet unto thy testimony. I made haste and delayed not.
What did King David do?
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
To do what?
To keep thy commandments.
Our brother King David made haste and turned his foot to the testimony, man. He delayed not to keep God's commandments because he understands that all this is pure, righteous, and just in the eyes of the Most High God. So he did not take no time. And this is what we tell our people today. You need to delay not and make haste to keep God's law, statutes, commandments. We are at the end of this thing, man. If you want true justice, if you want true liberty, if you want true righteousness, then you have to come back to being obedient to the Most High God and keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only way for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right. It's no other way of getting around it. Somebody give me 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 42. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
I got Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
Yes, sir.
Which one you got?
Give me 1 Kings 8 and 42. Read on.
It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 42. For they shall hear of thy great name, and of thy strong hand, and of thy stretched out arms, when he shall come and pray towards this house.
Start at 46. Right.
Verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth.
Not.
Oh, not. Here he is. And thou be angry with them and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captive.
These are instructions that the Most High has given us to coming back to Him and serving Him properly. Read on up.
Unto the land of thy enemy, far and near. Yet, if they shall bethink
If
themselves,
we should do what?
bethink themselves,
I mean, if we should remember that we are the Israelites of the Bible, read on.
in the land whether they were carried captive,
And we are carried into the four corners of the earth, man. Read on.
and repent,
And do what?
and repent,
And do what?
and repent,
We have to repent to our God and admit that we have been wrong to Him. Admit our iniquities that we have done against Him. But first we have to remember that we are the Israelites to do that, and can't be fighting against the Bible talking about we Gentiles. Read on.
and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captive.
We have to pray to the Most High God in the land of them that carried us away captive. That's where we at right now. In the land of them that carried us away captive. Even though it's our Native Americans, brothers and sister land, the white man has stolen it. So technically we in their land right now. Read.
Saying, we have sinned,
Saying what?
we have sinned,
Uh-huh.
and have done perversely,
And have what?
we have committed wickedness.
That's what we have to admit to the Most High God. That we have been perverse and committed wickedness against Him and His laws, statutes, and commandments, and broke the covenant. Read on.
And so return unto thee with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their enemies.
Where at?
In the land of their enemies.
Right here.
Which led them away captive, and pray unto thee towards their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, the city which thou hast chosen.
We got to pray towards Jerusalem. That's the land of our fathers. That's towards the east from where we at right now. Read.
And the house which I have built for thy name.
So King Solomon wrote this, seeing the future, seeing the things that we were going to have to do to come back to our God, and He left instructions for us to do. And so we have a roadmap, a blueprint on how to get back to our God. When He said in our afflictions we should seek Him early, He gave us a blueprint to seek Him, man. All we have to do is do what He told us to do. Let's go to Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And let's get the requirements of Israel. This is the last one. We're going to get the law and depart.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So now, Israel, what do the Lord thy God require of us? Read on.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
To do what?
But to fear the Lord thy God.
Because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Read on.
To walk in all His ways.
No, some of His ways.
To walk in all His ways.
In all of His ways. Read on.
And to love Him.
And to do what?
And to love
We
Him.
have to love the Lord thy God, man. And how we love Him? By keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
No, we serve Him half-heartedly and do what the white man tells us to do.
The Lord thy to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
We got to serve the Lord with all our heart and with all our soul. We can't do it half-heartedly. We got in trouble for not serving the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. So we got to serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. With all our heart and all our soul. With all our mind and all our soul. Read on.
Verse 13. To keep the commandments of the Lord and His statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
This is for our good. We was commanded to do this for our own good. And you see the results of us not doing it? Look outside. We could be doing a whole lot better. For our good is doing better than living in the ghetto. But when we want to go against Him and not keep His commandments, then we're going to get the opposite of that. And that's what He left for us. He left us blessings and curses. He left us life and death. obedience or disobedience. That's our choice. Everybody want to act like we got so much choice in the matter. You do. You got two choices, life or death. Good or evil. Obedience or disobedience. It's not hard. But they act like he done left you a multiple choice selection of things that you can do. No, it's A or B, bro. A or B, sister. And if we don't want to do it, then if you don't want to get blessed by the Most High, that's on you. I want to get blessed by the Most High. So let's get that law. Is this technically a law? I don't know if it's a law, but we're going to read it anyway. And I might backdoor it somewhere. Let's run that Ecclesiastes, that's Sirach 12 and 10 again. Sirach 12 and 10. And I'll see if I can find the technical law. That's a law to me, though.
Oh, it sounds like a law to me.
It sounds like a law to me.
Sounds like a law to me.
Ready up?
Yes, sir.
All right. The book of Sirach,
Exodus.
chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
What did the Lord say?
Never trust thine enemy.
Sound like a law to me. Read on.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So the Lord said for us to never trust our enemy, man. That sounds like a good law. It might not technically be a law, but it's law.
Sound like a good law to me.
When we gonna go into the book of the law, we gonna pull a one more just in case.
If daddy say, don't go out that house.
Hey.
Because John out there, he gonna beat your butt.
Hey,
that's a law.
That's a law. That's a law. And we're gonna read this too. Exodus chapter 23, verse 6.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 6. The law. Thou shalt now rest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Verse 7. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked.
So the Lord said for us not to, he told us not to wrestle judgment of thy poor in his cause. Don't mess around with the judgment, man. Give righteous judgment when we're dealing with our people. It don't matter if he's rich or he's poor. Don't wrestle with their judgment. And say, keep thee far from a false matter. If it's a false matter going on, the Israelites shouldn't be involved in that thing, man.
That's right.
We got to keep away from false matters. And the innocent and righteous slay thou not. That's what they doing to us.
Right.
We shouldn't do that. If somebody innocent, if somebody righteous, we should not slay them. We got this. And he say, for I will not justify the wicked. Because that's wicked when you're doing that. When you perverse the judgment, when you killing the righteous and the innocent, when you involved with a false matter, that's wicked as hell, man.
Yeah.
So the Lord told us not to do that. So with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.
We want to say thank you everybody for the GoFundMe, the PayPal, for helping out with the cause. That money would not go to not a good use. We use that for the church. We use that for our congregation. We use that for spreading this word to the four corners. And we appreciate all the help that we get. Subscribe, like, share the videos. Let's get this message out to all our Israelite brothers and sisters that's under Christ. Because his sheep hear his voice, man. His sheep, we need to plant that seed and the Most High will water that thing. So with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.